So I remember when Twitch was starting up and everything, speedrunning wasn't as big as it was now. But now you see it everywhere, and everybody knows about it. And it kind of raised the question to me, should we continue playing games casually? If you go and you look at craftsmen and artisans of the world, they tend to say something along the lines of, hey, I want to try and overachieve myself, because that's what you're doing. You're putting all your love and effort into this thing you want to do. And games don't have to be any different. I mean, look, now we've got things like esports going on and stuff. People want to overachieve themselves doing this stuff. But I've noticed this for me, as the years have gone on, I've dialed back quite a bit. I used to try and be very serious about me playing my games, but I've cut back a lot of that. Now I play mostly just for fun. As I've always said, the point of a game is to be fun, is to be entertaining, but there are those who take it to the extreme. And so when I look at all this, I know a good reason why a lot of people watch people play games is because they're good at those games. They want to see what it's like for an expert to be playing them. And I would only think that someone would be doing that for one of two reasons. The first reason would be that they want to get good themselves, and so this is where they're going to learn some of the tricks they need to get. And then the second one would be they have absolutely no aspiration towards any of it and just want to watch someone be very good at something. Now, I don't quite like either of those reasons, but I can't help but feel those are the only real explanations available. But it did get me thinking, is there really a reason for us to be so casual about anything anymore? If you know you have the capability of doing something better, why would you not try and do it, right? Just makes sense. We're humans, we can think for ourselves, and we know we can do a better job. Well, I, of course, don't really care for that. I just want to sit and drink all day and not think about anything, right? But I guess that's a pretty lowly example of a human being. I know when I start up a new game, and I always look at it, and say the difficulty settings are now being prompted onto me, I'm thinking, well, I want to play normal because, to me, that's how the game was built and how it was intended to be played. But then I see the other guy right next to me, and I know him. He'll just pick the hardest difficulty no matter what, because he says, why wouldn't I? So I think about it and I think, well, is there much reason why I shouldn't be doing the same? Why would I not want to try and hold myself to his caliber? In the end, it's mostly becomes subjective, I guess. The whole point is I want to enjoy my game the way I want to enjoy it. But I'm curious if there isn't going to be some stigma along the line that you can't do that anymore. I've noticed since things like League of Legends became popular, people have become immensely more competitive in all of my social circles. It really ushered in this kind of age of competitiveness with one another, whether friendly or otherwise. Flat out, I guess it's not a bad thing, but it does make me consider how games are developed these days and how they're designed. Because every little thing does influence games in some way, shape, or form, right? It doesn't matter how big or how small the impact is, it will trickle through eventually. Well, there wasn't too much point I was trying to make here. I was just trying to give some food for thought here. Do you consider it dishonest when you're not trying your hardest at something?